Then there's the word taqwa, which is very common. Ittaqa yattaqi. This is to actually fear the consequences of one's actions. To fear not something dangerous, but the consequences of what I'm doing myself. This is actually called taqwa. It comes from wiqaya, which is to protect. And taqwa literally means to protect yourself from the consequences of your own future actions. Okay, that's how it's really in the literary sense it's understood. That's a very important reality to understand. What you see and how you perceive what you see is directly affected by what you have in your heart. When you have iman in your heart, what you see will be a reminder for you. When you feel the wind, when you see the sun, when you see the clouds, you'll get a reminder out of them. When you don't have iman in your heart, those same eyes will do nothing for you. قُلُوبٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ وَاجِفَةٌ. That's the word that's used here. What is special about this kind of fear? It is a fear mixed with discomfort. And it's illustrated, the one who's feeling wajf is the one whose heart is pounding so hard they can feel it out of fear. That's when wajf is used. And this is also used when you strike your horse and his heart starts pounding and it races forward. So you say, أَوْجَفْتُ الْخَيْلَ. I made my horse, race forward by making its heart race. So that's the kind of fear that Allah depicts on that day. When that second strike will fall, when that second shaking will occur, some hearts on that day will be basically beating out of their chests. That's the illustration here. قُلُوبٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ وَاجِفَةٌ. Especially on that day, some hearts will be beating out of their chests. The language, the sentence structure here also illustrates that these hearts right now, they're not scared. Right now they're at peace. They have no discomfort at all. But these are the very same hearts, especially on that day, yawma idin, they're going to experience this wajifa. And also wajifa is an ism fa'il, it's a nominal form. What that illustrates is, when your heart starts pounding, a few minutes later it comes to rest, it calms down. The choice of the word in the ayah illustrates their heart will start pounding and it won't come to rest. It'll continuously keep pounding. It'll keep, the terror won't subside. قُلُوبٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ وَاجِفَةٌ. Then Allah says something beautiful. He says, أَبْصَارُهَا خَاشِعَةٌ. Again depicting the terror of that day. Sometimes Allah depicts the terror of that day by things that are going to happen on that day, like the sun and the moon's collision and big things. Sometimes He depicts the terror of that day looking at the person and how scared they are. Not at the scary things that are happening, but their reaction to those things. So this is a surah that's highlighting more so the reaction to the events of the Day of Judgment of this person. Allah says, أَبْصَارُهَا خَاشِعَةٌ. Their vision, the visions of those hearts, or the eye, there here refers to the hearts, not the people, because it's not absaruhum, it's absaruha. What this tells us is that the vision is directly connected to the heart. So now on that day, people will not see except from a believing heart, because now iman is haqqul yaqeen and ayn al yaqeen. They've seen it. So now those hearts, those eyes that are connected to these hearts now that are petrified, what's going to happen to those eyes? Khashi'ah. They will be overpowered, overwhelmed, humbled. Their muscles be relaxed. So these eyes will be overwhelmed by the fear that is going to be presented before them. Now this was the state of these some hearts that don't feel any fear now, but they will fear this terrifying day then.